The caretaker managing 4 Woodstoves and breakfast for 50 people. Once upon a time, in a remote mountain cabin, there was a dedicated caretaker who had the responsibility of managing the Woodstoves and ensuring the comfort of the guests. The cabin had a rich history and was known for its rustic charm, but the caretaker recognized the need for modernization to make the Woodstoves more efficient and environmentally friendly. Retrofit. One of the key retrofit technologies the caretaker implemented was an automated air control system. This system utilized advanced sensors and algorithms to monitor the combustion process and adjust airflow accordingly. By precisely regulating the air supply, the system ensured that the Woodstoves burned the wood more efficiently, reducing fuel consumption and emissions. To further enhance the performance of the Woodstoves, the caretaker incorporated a smoke opacity monitoring system. This system utilized sensors to measure the smoke opacity in real time, providing instant feedback on combustion efficiency. By monitoring smoke emissions closely, the caretaker could identify any deviations and take prompt action to optimize the Woodstove's operation. In addition to the air control and opacity monitoring systems, the caretaker also installed a telemetry wireless network to gather data from the Woodstoves. This network allowed him to monitor and control the Woodstoves, enabling him to make adjustments and fine-tune the settings as needed. The wireless connectivity ensured seamless communication between the Woodstoves and the caretaker's tablet, providing him with valuable insights into their performance and allowing proactive maintenance. The caretaker embarked on a mission to retrofit the Woodstoves with advanced technology that would not only enhance their performance but also reduce emissions and improve air quality. He believes that the right modifications, the Woodstoves could maintain their traditional charm while being more sustainable. Through diligent research and collaboration with experts in the field, the caretaker discovered innovative retrofit technologies specifically designed for Woodstoves. These technologies aim to optimize combustion, minimize smoke emissions, and increase energy efficiency. Back at the cabin, it is in early April at a mountain cabin and the snow is on the ground. There is a convention going on. There are 50 guests in the compound. The reason these guests come here is that the high altitude has a low latency data link to the satellite internet. They have found that playing their video games and Zoom call meetings have small advantages here. The reliability and low latency is why they come here. They've all paid and they want a nice warm environment 24/7. There are also snow sports and mountain streams to enjoy. It is early morning, 5 a.m., and the caretaker looks at his tablet. Woodstove number 1 is at 200 degrees Fahrenheit. Woodstove number 2 is at 160 degrees Fahrenheit. Woodstove number 3 is at 150 degrees Fahrenheit. And woodstove number 4 is at 250 degrees Fahrenheit. This is the late tail of the fires from the night before. With this in mind, he knows he has to get a couple of Woodstoves up to operating temperature. The stack opacity is rather low at this hour of the day because all these Woodstoves are late in the tail of their fire power profile. So he has to come up with a plan. He goes to his dry box and gets some small wood cribs out. These are prepared to be near 10% moisture content. He goes to the Woodstove number 1, puts 2 cribs in and applies a torch for 30 seconds and presses the button, New Fuel. He does the same for all 4 Woodstoves. By 5:30 a.m., he's got 4 Woodstoves starting up. He checks the opacity of all the units, and they are all lower than 30%, allowed for the first 20 minutes of startup. Ambient temperature in the room is 68 degrees Fahrenheit, and there's snow outside. Now the caretaker can work on getting breakfast started. He spent 30 minutes and he's got 4 wood stoves rising up to temperature using automated air control systems. They now fueled and ready to go up to operating temperature. By law, he has to get these wood stove chimneys to not smoke within 20 minutes. Speaking of breakfast, what campers like best is bacon. The PM air monitors in the environment in the room are monitoring the density of PM 2.5, and starting the wood stove does tend to put off a little bit of PM. So in the early morning, the PM count is 10. Cooking bacon on the griddle will release a large amount of PM 2.5. Humans, when they wake up, really enjoy the smell of bacon, so they don't mind the PM count level of 25. And it's a mountain cabin that smells like bacon. What a way to wake up. The data logs record that each wood stove chimney put off a small puff of smoke for about 10 minutes while they were heating up to operating temperature, and that's recorded by the opacity logging system. However, by the 20-minute point, they are all under 20% opacity. The room temperature is now 71 degrees Fahrenheit. The 4 wood stoves are putting out good heat now, and the guests are starting to mill around sipping hot liquids while standing near the wood stoves gazing into the flames. During the day, the guests are encouraged to occasionally put wood on the fires when the control units flash the yellow light. The caretaker remarks that they have found they can allow this because the automated system will control the air going to the firebox if it knows that new fuel has been put in the stoves. It adjusts the air flow so that it will burn clean and stoichiometrically. The room stays between 70 and 74 degrees Fahrenheit all day long. This is due to the combustion air control system. If the room is too warm, it simply lowers the airflow rate so that the wood stove does not put out as much power and delays the solid wood fuel burning until a later time. The firebox still has flames, it simply doesn't put as much air in. As the room temperature drops, more air is applied for more flames, more firepower from a warmer wood stove. It's a beautiful system. The caretaker checks the air quality. The breakfast griddle and the wood stoves tend to produce PM 2.5, and the levels have increased to 60. The makeup air system is then increased to bring the fresh air from the mountain from behind the wood stove so that it is warmed up before entering the room. The system normally provides 15 CFM for each person, however, can be increased to reduce the PM 2.5 levels. In the evenings, as the guests relaxed after dinner, the caretaker noticed that some of them had wet gear from an outdoor stroll in the spring shower. He directs them to hang their wet gear near wood stove number 1, where the warm air circulating from the stove helped dry their clothes within an hour. Behind the scenes technology. 1. The wood fuel is stored on scales to aid in recording wood usage. 2. Drying box to ensure low moisture fire starting material. 3. There is a sensor on the door of the wood stove that indicates if it's open or closed and the time. 4. Air control system uses combustion air fans or moving butterfly plates that run an algorithm that raises and lowers the airflow every 5 seconds. 5. The smoke opacity system uses a light source and sensors that measure the opacity 4 times per minute with an accuracy of 1%. 6. The telemetry wireless system that moves the information around uses Wi-Fi, however, not part of the computer network. It is separate and not open to attacks, hacking, or outages. 7. The reading from the air control system and opacity monitors are sending data to a logging computer for recording with date and time stamps. 8. The system runs even when the grid electrical power is out. Summary. The successful retrofit of the Woodstoves not only satisfies the guests' desire for a cozy and warm environment, but also serves as an inspiration for others in the region. The Caretaker shares their knowledge and experiences, advocating for the adoption of similar retrofit technologies to promote sustainability and reduce the environmental impact of wood-burning heating systems. Recognizing the importance of transparency and accountability, the Caretaker implemented a comprehensive logging system. This system recorded various parameters, including the duration of smoking emissions, fuel consumption, and temperature profiles. With this detailed information, the Caretaker could generate reports and demonstrate the Woodstoves' performance to the guests and regulatory authorities, ensuring compliance with environmental standards. Overall, the Caretaker's dedication, combined with the retrofit technologies, transforms the mountain cabin into a model of sustainable and efficient wood stove management. The story highlights the possibility of embracing innovation while preserving tradition, showcasing how even the oldest practices can evolve to meet the demands of a more sustainable future. Noel Patonsu, Smokeless Chimney, www.smokelesschimney.com.